Hi, everybody. It is a sunny Tuesday morning, and the big headline today is yes. I would say confidence is very high that Portland, Salem, and Vancouver are going to get up to 90 degrees. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Vancouver area here in the great Northwest. So, over on the left, the rising sun out of Persimmon Country Club in Gresham this morning. Generally speaking, in the I-5 corridor from Clark County down through Salem and Albany and into Eugene, we think the majority of areas will report at least 88 today to as hot as 92 degrees with mostly sunny skies and generally a light east wind. And this is going to be one of those crazy one-day heat spikes because on the right, we still have likely rain coming in tomorrow, which is what I'm going to spend most of my time talking about. But you can see this is the American GFS model. Pretty good trough on the back end of this heat ridge that is dominating us today. It moves off. The upper trough quickly swings in tomorrow, and we will see developing rain. Now, the big upper level low is going to pass well to our north, so it's not going to be the storm of all storms, but I think fairly widespread measurable rainfall is a good bet, and that is for your Wednesday. So if you don't like hot weather, you just have to get through today, and tomorrow's a different story. And by the way, what would 90 degrees mean for Portland today? Well, the forecast high is 90. It would not be a record. The record out of PDX is actually quite high. It's 96 back in 1974. Remember, we have 90-degree temps in the record book going all the way back or going all the way through October 5th. Now, if we make it to 90 today, I think we will. It will become day 28 this summer fall season of hitting 90 degrees or better. I don't think we're going to get up to the record this year of 31, but certainly we're in record territory if we do it today. The record 31, 90 or better back in the summer of 2018. All right. Quick shout out to the Momentous Wealth podcast. Again, you can listen to this library, select the topic you want, a library of investing topics, listen on Apple Podcast and also on Spotify, the Momentous Wealth podcast. And we thank Todd Pisarchik's team and his firm, Momentous Wealth Management, for sponsoring my weather work. Okay, so today there's not much to track. We're going to be sitting around watching the temperatures, right? So where you see my mouse on the satellite picture, there's an upper level high right here over about Salt Lake City. And these clouds are running up over the backside and the top of the ridge. So we're right in the middle of it. But it will quickly break down. And there is rain underneath many of these clouds. And this is the front that will be coming in during the daytime hours of your Wednesday. A cool down, I mean, the air mass itself is going to cool back down closer to normal. But the main reason for cooler weather tomorrow will be the clouds and the rain that we expect. So here's a couple animations courtesy of KGW TV, and this is their Futurecast model. And let me back this up and then play it. It's going to show you 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, mainly dry, maybe some light rain at the coast, but not in Portland. Now, here's the 11 o'clock hour, raining at the coast. Rain chances begin in Portland. There's getting into mid-afternoon, 2:40, some heavier rain, and then by 6 o'clock, it's all over. So what you just saw, and I think it's probably going to play again, a dry start to your Wednesday, minus the chance of some light rain at the coast. And then during the morning hours, rain picks up at the beaches. Maybe we have rain in Portland before noon and the 11 o'clock hour. And then the most active part of our day tomorrow, up and down I-5, Portland, Salem, and Vancouver, will be between noon and probably 3 o'clock, with the front coming in and some pockets of heavier rain. And then by the time we get to 5 o'clock, most of it's winding down. And then by the time we get to the evening, it's all over, and we will wake up to dry weather on Thursday. I like the totals on this rainfall map. Again, these are the European models, courtesy of KGW TV's Futurecast setup. And as you look at rainfall potential maps, now that we're getting closer to rainy season, don't make the mistake of going, oh, it's going to rain 26 100s in Portland and only 11 100s in Salem. The weather models aren't that good. What they are good enough at doing is showing you a range. So when I look at this up and down I-5, I go, well, the lowest number is 0.05, the highest number is 0.27. So the odds are decent that any of us will end up somewhere in that range, meaning at least getting 5 100s tomorrow, but probably not much more than a quarter of an inch. So we'll see what we end up with in terms of rain. I do expect at least measurable rainfall, which is 0.01 across much of the valley. This does show slightly higher, but not terribly higher amounts at the coast, where if you look at the range, you're going Lincoln City, Tillamook, Astoria, decent chance of picking up 3/10 of an inch of rain. This does like lower amounts to the south. I mean, notice Newport 15100s. Notice the lower amount in Eugene as opposed to Kelso. And remember that upper level high is well to our north. So that's why the modeling is showing more rain from Portland to the north, less rain from Portland, Tillamook to the south. And then very little of this will get up over the Cascades, which shows you that the strength of the system, once it hits the mountains, is not very great and it will fairly quickly fall apart. So that's the rain setup for tomorrow. Looking for a southwest wind. Today it's a light east wind. Tomorrow it's a southwest breeze to 15. There's at least a chance of a rumble of thunder, but I really think we're unstable enough for the most part just to see some hefty rain rates in scattered areas. Again, maybe there's an isolated rumble of thunder tomorrow, but that would be, I think, at the high end of possibilities. Okay. So quick look at the overall weather flow. And for this, we'll go to the American GFS model. And this is the 500 millibar, 18,000 foot line. So this afternoon, mentioned that upper level high. Here it is, a 588 high enclosed contour right over Salt Lake City, as I mentioned. But we're, on the backside of this ridge, and with a light east wind, the air seems to be warm enough to hit 90. It was 61 degrees earlier this morning up at Timberline Lodge, which is a barometer this air mass is warm. Here's the trough offshore in blue colors that's going to come in tomorrow. Let me play this into 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So here's the trough axis right here, just moving inland at 5 p.m. This is the upper level part of the storm. So the surface front would be out ahead of the trough axis. So if the axis of 5 p.m. is along the Oregon coast, the surface front would be somewhere around the valley. And it looks like the rain is mostly ahead of the front. Once the front passes, we're pretty much going dry quickly. And it does appear that Thursday will be dry, and I think we'll at least hit 70. And then here's this kind of trailing second low going into Thursday night and Friday morning. Now, 85, 80. If this is correct, we would not have a rain chance Friday morning. About half of the models indicate that the pressure heights will be lower, and Friday morning we catch the tail end, which could produce literally a shower or two in the early morning hours of Friday. Otherwise, Friday is completely dry. And then as we go into the weekend, notice the instability of weak troughs are going to stay up to our north. Here's Friday. Here's Saturday. Instability mainly staying up to our north. So if this is all true, we'll have a nice weekend with mostly sunny skies after possible morning clouds and temperatures at least getting up into the 70s. Now here's a new ridge. This is Monday morning. Notice 582, 585, upper level high out in the Pacific here at 588. So if this is true, on Monday, we will jump back up into the 80s, maybe well up into the 80s, still be dry and pretty nice weather on Tuesday, but perhaps backing off a little bit. And then as we go into the mid part of next week, here's this new trough digging that either late Wednesday PM or maybe going into Thursday, we'll have another chance of rain. This is Thursday, October 3rd. So that's a deep trough. That's a day with temperatures only in the 60s and some likely rain on Thursday the 3rd. Still a good shower chance with low pressure heights and mostly cloudy skies on Friday. And then going into the weekend of Saturday the 5th, we start to pull out of it, but still probably doing well to get up to 70 degrees. So there's some cooler weather going into that first part of October. Okay. So with that said, that's what I'm looking at. The 90s today, the rain tomorrow, and the slight chance of a shower Friday morning, and then some rain the back half of the following week. These are 8 o'clock temps, 81 this morning down in Medford. High today down in Southern Oregon, 97. All of us get into the hot weather today. The hottest weather, though, will be here on the west side, up and down the I-5 corridor. Hotter up and down I-5 in terms of widespread heat than it will be over in eastern Oregon today. Increasing clouds tomorrow, but this does not show a rain chance down in southern Oregon. Remember, the low is well up to our north. And then beautiful weather this weekend, temperatures in the 80s, sunny weather, really, really nice stuff, right? Over in Bend, let's just make our way around the map. 91 today, similar to Portland. 80 tomorrow, no rain, but a cool down. And then comfortable upper 70s to maybe 80 going into Friday and Saturday, and even cooler going into Sunday. So that's really, Really nice fall weather in Central Oregon. Up to Seattle, 76 today. Not even projecting 80. There probably will be at least 80-degree temperatures in the Seattle metro area. And then Wednesday showers, a wetter day. Remember Portland 5/100s to maybe a quarter of an inch? I would expect Seattle to get a quarter of an inch or more Wednesday. Thursday's dry. That Friday shower chance, even for Seattle, I feel like it's mostly in the morning and then only in the 60s this upcoming weekend. What about Eugene? 91 today, similar to Portland. Rainy weather developing tomorrow, a dry Thursday, 70s this weekend. Pretty similar to Portland's forecast. I doubt if Salem is much different. Rainy 71 Wednesday, 70s, a nice weekend. It's showing up there. Okay, Newport, let's see it. Here we go. Newport, 72 today. They had some fog this morning, but they are now reporting sun. Rain tomorrow, mid 60s at the coast, maybe low 60s in some spots with steady temperatures throughout the day and rain picking up in the morning. And then you've got 60s this weekend, showing some breezy conditions on Friday and Saturday. North Bend probably going to be the same. Showers on Wednesday. Yeah, low 60s this weekend. Mostly sunny skies there. Okay. And I mentioned that the Eastern Oregon is not going to be as warm as we will be here in the West Side. 90 in Portland today, but 86 in Baker City. Still a warm day, but maybe shy of 90 on Thursday. And then after that, cooling down. 84 Saturday, 76 degrees on Friday. Okay, Portland 7-day courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. Here we go. 90 today. Again, the record's 96. Tomorrow, if the rain begins before the noon hour and we keep an overcast sky with occasional rain throughout the afternoon, then we probably will not hit 70. Maybe the high only ends up being 67. That's tomorrow. And then Thursday is all dry, some cloudiness to partly cloudy, 74. This chance of rain is 50-50 at best. Maybe it's less than that actually, early Friday morning. Even if we get a shower Friday morning, it's mainly an early to mid-morning chance. Other than that, the day goes dry and comfortable. Partly cloudy Friday evening, all good for high school football. Saturday and Sunday, there may or may not be some morning cloudiness before we get sun. I think both days are comfortably low to mid 70s. And then that warm up on Monday into Tuesday of next week before we get cooler again with rain coming in maybe Wednesday into Thursday. Right now I show Monday beautiful, sunny and 83. All right, that is your update. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps me. You'll get a notification when I post a new video. For now, I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. My weather site that I feature here is my own property. So this is my forecast. This is not automated stuff. This is my forecast that I do for Portland on portlandweather.com. Live radar can also be found, and I'll talk to you soon.